Saw Publisher come by, but watching his schooling session in the paddock was Caton Bredar. And Caton, for a horse that's never won a race, he certainly is getting a lot of attention going to the Kentucky Derby. How do you look over there?
Well, first of all, Todd, he's got to be one of the most accomplished maidens that you're ever going to see, with earnings of over $400,000 without winning a race. But he looked very, very good for a horse who lacks a victory. He seems mature, he seems polished, he seems professional. I still think about his blinkers going on in that last start, perhaps eliciting the wake-up call in the Arkansas Derby. But the horse has been really superseding expectations, I think, not just with that last race, but in terms of how he's handling everything. Even in the mornings, he was able to kind of outwork and take away a little bit of the luster of his stablemate, Tiztastic. To be fair, Publisher's always been a good workhorse, whereas Tiztastic not as much. But you can see him as he strides around the walking ring, just very calm, very composed. He's carrying nice flesh. He doesn't look any worse for the wear, which sometimes that training up to the Kentucky Derby can take a toll on a horse. That has not been the case with him. He is flourishing. And I thought in his most recent workout was a lot more prototypical Steve Asmussen as to how he brings horses in. Of course, it's a creative process, and trainers will vary how they prepare horses based on the horses themselves and what they think the situation warrants. But in this case, I thought that Publisher, as well as Tiztastic, were kind of a throwback to the way Steve typically does things when he has success. If you were grading him or judging him here in the paddock, you would have to think he is a contender, guys.
Totally agree with all of Caton's comments, especially watching this horse this week. And I like Tiztastic going into the Louisiana Derby because both these horses typify Asmussen's training. They want to run long. He trains them to sit back and finish. And both these horses have run their best races when they were stretched out to the furthest distance thus far. And they're both going to love the mile and a quarter. That's not going to be a problem for them.
Okay, can we have the adult conversation here?
Yeah.
So Steve Asmussen, as has been established, has set almost every record you could possibly set in the sport. No one's won more races than him, but he has yet to win a Kentucky Derby. It's not for lack of trying. Is there anything to that?
No.
Is there a particular reason? It's just timing and luck?
It's all nonsense. He's 0 for 26. He's had 3 seconds, 2/3, or 2 seconds and 3/3. I mean, it means nothing. It's Bobby Frankel's record in the Breeders' Cup until the point. What was he, 1 for 47?
Squirtle squirt, then kind of broke it.
Yeah, 0 for 47. It means nothing. And he said it best this week. Wouldn't it be fun if Publisher and I broke our maiden in the Derby together?
That is, look,
pretty good line.
Glad he has a pretty good sense of humor. And to sum it up for us,